Almost seemed like Rodon was really working through that lineup with ease. Obviously, a little tough luck there in the seventh, but overall, what have you thought of him not only tonight but really to start the season?
Yeah, really good. I mean, on the attack again tonight, again mixing up the arsenal. Had a presence with the changeup and the cutter again. The cutter got him a big double play ball there, I think, in the fourth or fifth when he got into a little bit of trouble. But more good. I mean, pitching into the seventh inning, and a little tough luck there behind him, but just another strong one for him to put us in position to win a game.
That cutter was a pitch this spring that he said he really wanted to incorporate more and work on more. Just, are you surprised how much of a valuable tool it has become for him, and what does that do to his repertoire in adding that?
I like it. I like the pitch for him. It just gets you off the heater a little bit and puts him in position to get some ground balls too. Like that, that cutter, put him on the ground for a big double play there, 5-4-3. It's just another look to just get him from completely selling out to the fastball all the time, or, and making sure the ball's up to lay off the slider down. So just another weapon there. And then I thought he did a good job mixing in the changeup too tonight.
What do you think that ovation meant to him as he walked off the mound?
Hopefully it felt good, but he was waiting on me to tell me it was his game to leave him in. So he was still in compete mode. But look, he's been through a lot, and again, I've talked about it ad nauseum. He continues to just stack really good days, and he's been doing that for months now. And he's in a good place, and he's really competitive right now.
Andy,
all that stuff about his new pitch mix aside too. You talked in spring training about he needed to build up some of that confidence back, and that will come with success. Are you seeing that pretty much all the way where you need it to be after these three, or where he would need it to be after these three good starts?
Yeah, I mean, again, I want the focus to be on the daily. What I have to do, what's my recovery day look like tomorrow now, and get ready for my next start. He's done a really good job of that, of pouring into the work he needs to do to put his body in a position to go out there and perform. And again, just 3 starts, but good results, and it's a result of a talented guy being prepared and ready.
clap.
This probably is a better question for Rodon or maybe Matt Blake, but if you put a video of Rodon today compared to a video of him a year ago, what would be the difference other than the confidence you're talking about?
I think just, first of all, crispness of the pitches. I think better command and strike throwing. I think some more development in the arsenal that I think is going to serve him well moving forward. So that, I mean, and not, again, coming to a new team, big deal. You're playing catch up all year because you're started out down. So he's just, I feel like in a really good space right now, and he's earned that.
Randy.
Hamilton comes into a tough spot there, gets 3 outs, preserves the lead, gives you another inning, 1, 2, 3 for Holmes. What are your thoughts on what those two guys have given you early in the year when a lot of other relievers have been hurt?
Yeah, I mean, they've been huge. Ian's he's such a weapon, and tonight even being real pitch efficient too, got a lot of soft contact. Does a good job with both handed. He's pretty much equally tough righty and lefty. If you get into a situation where the running game is so quick to the plate that he kind of eliminates that. And I think just another year of confidence and coming off a season in which he was, frankly dominant at times when he was healthy and rolling. I think he's got a lot of confidence right now, and then Clay, Clay same way, and good to see him come out and nail down another one.
Just your thoughts overall, Aaron, on their start. You guys have won 4 series in a row now, and you look like you're really rolling.
Yeah, you know, you can't take them off the board, and they matter now as much as any time. So, I would say it's early. It is, and there's a long way to go. But anytime you can play a stretch of games like this, you sure sign up for that and you take it. But more than anything, wins, losses, whatever, at this point in the season, I'm just pleased with how the group is competing, how they've come together, their purpose, and we got to keep that same focus going.
Howie.
Did Rodón give you the ball when he came off? It looked like he took the ball off and walked with it to the dugout.
He gave me the new one. They threw one out and just exchanged. So he took the other one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my ball and just go to my locker, I guess is what it is. He talked a lot about Rodón. I like Bob Clapish's question about if you looked at video from last year and this year, what would be different beyond the confidence? In your opinion, what would that be?
Well, it's command. It's going to more pitches. It's having more options to go to. We've talked about how he came into camp in better shape. So I think if you look at side to side, he's probably a pitcher who's in a better spot to succeed this year. And I think once you have a little bit of success, you have that confidence. The velocity has been up. But I really think that adding more options and having more weapons to go to has been a major factor for him.
For some pitchers, that's not easy. They're stubborn. They're set in their ways. I'm a 2-pitch guy. I can blow guys away. How hard is that? Or maybe easy for Rodón because you know him making that transition to a 3 or 4 pitch pitcher.
Sure. I think last year was definitely a shock for him. And like Boone alluded to there for a second, you know, last year he kind of started off behind the 8 ball. And he was really kind of playing catch up the whole rest of the season. I think the one thing that I really noticed in spring training was the first day I saw him, I was like, wow, this guy is in so much better shape than he was last year. And I think the velocity shows that. I think one of the things the Yankees were very excited about was his velocity and the overall upness and how hard he was able to throw early in his starts in spring training. And hopefully that's going to continue to keep going. He's one of those guys that he relies a lot on that 4-seam fastball. You're seeing the fastballs up in the zone, 94, 95, and a little later in the season when it gets a little warmer, you're going to see some 6s and some 7s. And once he gets the foam going out his mouth, you might see some 98s and some 99s. So for myself, as well as the New York Yankees, this is an amazing start, 2 great starts. I feel like we talked a little bit about it. When Garrett Cole went down, what I noticed in that locker room was a cohesiveness between the starting pitchers. If you notice when Rodón was coming off the field that night, as well as Nestor last night, Marcus Stroman was standing at the top step to give those guys love. And there's something to be said for that, man. Marcus is a new guy over here trying to make his name here in the Bronx, and he's doing a great job. They have cohesively unified themselves, and it's great to see.
And who gets the ball in the next game?
Marcus Stroman.
Going for the
show, baby.
Going for